God we serve has promised us, I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. We trust God's word. We don't trust conditions around us. We don't trust men. We trust the Lord. He is our source. You cannot prosper, truly prosper, till you see God as your source, not men. The reason Isaac prospered in days of famine in Genesis 20:26 is because God spoke to him and said, I will bless you. I'm with you. And when he sowed his seed in the words, I will bless you. I am with you. Imagine a man sowing seed, and when he looked all around him, there was death. When he looked all around him, he saw famine and death. And famine in our part of the world is true famine. You cannot see anything alive. It's desert. And so he looked around him and saw desert, famine, no moisture on the ground. But God said, I'm going to bless you. And he looked at that dead ground and he ignored it. He ignored the death his own physical eyes were looking at. What he saw was the word, I will bless you. He put his focus on the words, I will bless you. And he knew then, no matter what the ground looked like, God would change the ground. And he began digging in a desert. Believe me, Gerar is desert. That's by Gaza down there. And he began to sow seed in the desert that had at one time been fruitful, but then the famine came and killed everything. And when he sowed, he saw a miracle. That desert became green. At the right moment, it became green. He began reaping a harvest. He was not sowing into the ground. He was sowing into the promise. I'm with you. I'm going to bless you. And when he believed God's word, a miracle happened. An amazing miracle happened. He reaped that year 100-fold. That is called supernatural reaping. You can't reap 100-fold in a desert. During famine, he did. Why? Because he did not see the conditions. He saw the God of glory. So when we sow from now on, we have to be like Moses and David. Moses saw God when he stood at the Red Sea. He didn't see the sea. He saw God. Now imagine if you were Moses and you were standing looking at a big ocean in front of you, and you looked behind you and you saw the Egyptians coming to kill you. You're trapped, right? Not Moses. Because he saw the invisible. He did not see the Red Sea. He saw the word that said, stretch the rod. He saw God, didn't he? He saw God. And when he saw God, the sea parted. And the Egyptians drowned because he saw God. That kind of faith belongs to every Christian. David, King David, said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. But he did not see the valley, because the next words, thou art with me. He saw the Lord. The valley, that's a dreadful place to be in. But he never saw the valley of the shadow of death. He said, thou art with me. He saw God. And today we have to change our vision. We have to change the way we see things. No, we don't see the natural. If you see the natural, you will be defeated and end up in debt and misery in the future. People today are worried. Everybody's worried about the future. Not us, because we know the promises of God. I have not seen the righteous forsaken. I trust that word.